Yo, Nail 12 here. What's up, guys? Got some new pickups recently. Thought I'd post a quick video just showing you a few things that I got and a few things that honestly I'm not too happy with. Start with this. So this is called it's the company Yobo. I bought this at a Game Craze here in upstate New York for $3.99 used. It's never been used clearly, and I know why now, but it says NES light gun, compatible with NES system, comes with 8-foot cable, must have CRT TV, obviously. The problem with this is it only works on like these Chinese clone systems, like these cheap ones that this company associates with. And I think the only somewhat decent ones, not that I would really want them, is the Retrons. But here's the gun. It feels, cheap, but, I picked up an NES this weekend, so I thought, I got Duck Hunt. Here's the problem. I have the NES controller right over here, but the plug looks the same. It looks real similar, but the problem is on the real NES adapter, it's big circles. And on this Yobo, they're tiny. And it literally will not plug in to the NES. And I started looking around at Amazon reviews, and the only people with like clone consoles were like, I don't know, it works fine for me. But everyone else was like, doesn't plug in. So yeah, just a warning to you all. My next warning, I was so excited to get this. I won it on an eBay bid. I got it for under $100. Ugh, this one's tough. Aatrox arcade stick for the Xbox One. I was excited to get this. I have some emulators on my PC. I have nothing crazy, a little laptop. It can run up to about Dreamcast. And I thought, I'll get this Xbox One arcade stick. It'll work with my Xbox One, and it'll work with my PC because it's Xbox One. No. Only 360 arcade sticks work with PC. Unfortunately, with Xbox One arcade sticks, you can plug a controller right up to the laptop and use it, but the actual arcade sticks do not work. I sat there for hours trying to download drivers and everything. They don't exist. You just can't do it. So I was upset about that, but I'm like, well, at least I can still use it for my Xbox One, right? Kind of. This thing only works for fighters. If you try to load any other game. Now I get it. You're not going to play Halo with this thing. But like Blazing Chrome, even Whipsy, it's a platformer, but even that would be cool with it. Like Metal Slug for the Neo Geo in the game store doesn't work on that. There are some arcadey games. It's not just fighting games in arcades that this would be used for. It is fully disabled on all of those. The only saving grace, because at this point, I was pretty devastated. Because I could have got a simple adapter to plug a 360 version of this. And what's scary is, if you look online, everything says this works on PC because the 360 version is identical. The only difference is on the box here where it says Xbox One. And the other one says 360/PC. The sticks themselves, everything about it, you can't tell a difference. And so I could have just got the 360 one. It would have worked on PC. Get a simple adapter they sell online. But anyway, the only saving grace is you can play 360 games with it if you download them in the store. So for instance, Blazing Chrome does not work with this, but Double Dragon Neon does. And thank goodness I bought this. It's $15 right now. I saw Mike Matei did a live play of it. Hard Corpse Uprising. It's literally a Contra game. It just don't call it Contra, but it's a Konami game. And that works with this King of Fighters. The Metal Slug that's actually for 360 does work with this. In fact, every 360 game I have downloaded on Game Pass did work, except Hydro Thunder. The buttons, everything worked. I could accelerate and change view. However, the joystick didn't turn it, so you just go right into the wall. So be careful when you're buying these, guys. Anybody, just know, because you would not believe in how many forums, how many people did the same thing as me. I mean, I feel bad. A few of the people couldn't get their money back. They literally just had PCs. Wanted this because it is. Don't get me wrong. It is really nice. It's the Sanwa components, the buttons and everything. It comes with 2 different knobs. But one thing about this, and it doesn't really go against the product, but the guy, he said it was like new. And what's really cool is if you push this button, the lid opens up and there's a little arm that extends like on a car hood. And it holds it up, and you could like change the buttons out, or you can hide the USB cable inside. Unfortunately, and it didn't say it in the post at all, the 2 hinges where it holds on broke. And they're very powerful springs, so it's really difficult if you open this to get it closed again. I would open and show you where it broke, but yeah, it just sucks so bad. But to reclose it. But if you find versions of these, again, it's a Razer Atrox. If you find versions of these for a system that you want to play fighters with it, it is a really good stick, other than the compatibility issues I've run into, for what it's worth. And now the last thing. Oh yeah, original NES. First system I ever played. First games I played was Duck Hunt and Super C. The first system I asked for was a Sega Genesis. They bought me a Super Nintendo. That was when I learned of what even one was. So I never really owned one of these, and I had an opportunity to pick one up for a good deal. My wife's out of town for the week. I was kind of bored, and I was like, why not? I've been wanting to pick up some older systems again. I do have a hacked SNES Classic that does play. I can load it with NES games, but there's something about having the real controller and the real game. But here's some of the games I picked up. This one came with it, everything but the box. It does have the manual back here. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game. I used to go to the local pizza place when I lived in Memphis and play this on the arcade. It is a black and white manual, which is disappointing. It's by Ultra, which is Konami. Yeah, I got that with the sleeve and the manual. Whoop! This one he just let me borrow to clean up and check out. I may end up copping it off him though. The Battle of Olympus. This is actually really fun. He told me he liked this one as a kid. I looked it up and watched James and Mike play it on YouTube, and it was pretty fun. Platoon sucked. Copy of this. Can't play Duck Hunt because, again, the shitty Chinese gun I bought. But eventually I will. And Super Mario Brothers. I finally figured out how to skip from World 4 to World 8, so that was pretty cool. This I bought yesterday for $7.99 at Game Place I got the gun. I just thought, I've never really played through a Dragon Quest game. I'm a huge happy console gamer fan, so I thought I'd give it a try. This, I'm not going to lie, I could have got it cheaper on eBay, but I traded games in. I don't have a lot of extra cash right now, but this was $30. But I got it all with store credit, and I had this on Mario All-Stars as a kid on the Super Nintendo, and I found playing it last night, I actually prefer it with the regular Nintendo controller. There's something about the buttons being side by side instead of slanted. I don't mind the slanted at all. But I kind of liked it more than I thought, because it definitely doesn't look quite as good. But yeah, guys, it's just a couple things I picked up, and a couple warnings, I did pick up one other video game thing. Hold on one second. I got this at Goodwill. I used to be really good at Guitar Hero on the 360. Like 10 years ago, I'd play on the Guitar Hero and Rock Band. I always liked the Aerosmith style guitars, is what they called them on Guitar Hero. It was $2.99 at Goodwill, up in Victor, New York. Was there anything else I got? No, I think that was it. But yeah, I just wanted to show a few of those things. Anyways, guys, peace.